What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you don't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, you know I do these stories, and these stories sometimes upset me. This story right here is very bad. It's very bad. And it's sad. And it's a learning experience for a lot of you older women out there, and a lot of you ladies, period. I talk about multiple times on certain stories I do about letting grown men live with you, or thinking you can help them and fix them, and so on and so forth. This is a classic example that ended horrifically bad. This lady up here, she's in her 70s. Her name is Anaria Turman, Turman, right? She was murdered by this man right here. Look at him. Yuck. For real. He looked like chewed meat. His name is hermanhollis-brown. He's 41 years old. Not only did Mr. Brown, pictured here, kill this 70-year-old plus lady, but also her 15-year-old grandson, who she had custody of, who he lived in the house with, both of them. This case is open and shut, and I want you to pay attention because I'm going to really come in hot on this one. I'm going to play you two news articles at two different times. And guys, please, it's going to be a long video, but watch where I'm going with this and watch how the videos correlate with what I tell you guys out there. And if this is not a learning lesson for y'all, I have nothing else to say. I do these stories and they're heartbreaking because I want somebody, at least one person, to learn something from this. We have major problems in our community as far as broken households and trying to hold on to something that shouldn't have been grabbed in the first place. Do you know Anaria Turman is in her 70s? He's in the 40s. That's her boyfriend. That's her boyfriend. Yeah. 41-year-old man, she in the 70s. That's her boyfriend. Living in her house. Don't like her grandson. And I'm going to get to that too. I'm going to play these videos. These videos are 2 days apart, or hours apart. But I'm going to play the last one first. And then we're going to go back and I'm going to dissect both of them in the same video. So I'm sorry I went too long. Let's look at the last one first. When the boy was found. Check it out.
Is breaking news.
That breaking news we're following, the news no one wanted to hear. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, within the past few minutes, confirmed police found the body of the young man on the right side of your screen. That's 15-year-old Sequavius Hoyt. Now, this comes 4 days after the MPD found the body of the boy's grandmother in Westwood.
This is also where we find Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson tonight. Daniel, this is just a horrific ending to an already tragic story.
Daryl and Darcy, I tell you, it's hard to wrap your head around it. As I spoke with people today, they thought that this may be a reality, that the grandson might be dead. As I looked at the story today, as we put it together, we went as though he was still missing. But just before the 9 o'clock broadcast, we got the information from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation that they had indeed found the body of 15-year-old Sequavius Hoyt. Let's show you a picture of him. His aunt told me just a little while ago that he was really a young person with an old soul. He was the light of his grandmother's life. Of course, they also found her body not far from where I stand tonight. The grandmother being Anaria Turman. Police believe she was killed at the hands of her boyfriend, possibly in her house, that house being not far from where they discovered both of the bodies. Now, we know that hermanhollis-brown does have a record, a pattern of domestic violence. He has been convicted of it before. That's what our research found. I asked the grandmother's daughter, the aunt of the teen, about that relationship that her mother had with the suspect. This is what she told me. Take a listen.
She loved people and she always was trying to save people. She tried to save him, but it pretty much was over with in her head, but she still wasn't gonna put him out in the streets or nothing like that. But if he chose to leave, she would have been okay with that. She would have been fine with him leaving.
Did she think that he
took
was
care of everything anyway?
Did she think that he was capable of something like this?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I tell you, it was just horrific. She tells me that they are still dealing with the news of all of this. Of course, they had already received the news that the grandmother had been found dead. She was found in woods right behind me. Right now, I'm at Solace and Ayers, if you're familiar with the area here in Westwood. And then just right in front of me, across the street, is where the family tells me that they found the body of that 15-year-old. I will be putting more of this story together. I tell you the details as to how they found the body of the grandmother. They are graphic, but we are working on that part of the story for Fox 13 News at 10.
All right, guys. That video that you just seen, I seen this morning. That's why it was dark. I guess it was in the wee hours of the morning they made that video. That was the last video. Now check this out. Put two and two together. What did the aunt say? She tried to save him. She's into saving people. She wouldn't throw him out, even though she knew he couldn't be saved. I'm going to tell you something. And my heart goes out to Miss Thurman and young Sequavius Hoyt. Because he didn't deserve this. And she damn sure didn't deserve this. Two things pop up in my head that pisses me off about this whole situation. And I want you guys really to hear me on this. First thing is this. You're 41 years old. You got rid of the grandma, right? I think a lot of the arguing stemmed from her and how she treated that kid and how he thought the kid should be made into a man. Just my opinion. And I'll show you why in the second video I'm about to show you why I think that. That's the first thing. Second thing is he was using that woman, living in her house. What do they got in common? She old enough to be his mom. What that tell you? When these boy kings or these man children get women, they get women to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves. He was looking for a mother, not a soulmate. He looking for a mother, and there's a lot of them out here. He probably was calling her mama too. Silly stuff. No room. You got to leave wild dogs out in the street. This is the perfect example. Turn right on her. Rabid animal. Can't be tamed. Because when you say you can't be saved, you can't be tamed. Savages can't be civilized. They can't. Their love language is violence. What did it say? He had a history of violence. Beating ass. And he's a little dude. Little guy. If you look at him, he's a little skinny dude. So you know he probably got a complex. What did she say? She wouldn't have thrown him out. But it don't matter anyway, because she took care of everything. Everything. Wouldn't throw him out. That means she paid all the bills and everything. The house was hers. He came into it. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies. When you get older, and this goes out to a lot of people out there, when they throwing this dynamic at y'all, I don't need no man and all this stuff. That's bullshit. Human beings are meant to go through life in pairs. What it say? Male and female created he, them. You're supposed to go with your two halves make a whole. You're supposed to be going down the road of life with somebody. Anything can happen. No man or woman is an island. We're social beings. And when you by yourself, even though you might be content, you're still incomplete. Because there's times when once in a while when you do feel lonely, even though you're alone. You understand what I'm saying? Some people override that. It's not a good thing. This woman's 70 something years old, looking for love. I mean, she had to have a 40 something year. The age difference alone, he had to have some. And I'm telling you, sometimes when you're older, she has a house, stuff has to be tended to, stuff men do around the house, fixing things, cutting grass. Sometimes you see it. It's hard to run stuff by yourself. And same thing with a man. Man need women sometimes in the house to do stuff because they can't do it. And that's real. All in all, this whole thing is messed up. You got beef with a kid. Are you serious, bro? You could have left at any time. And I probably Sarquavius was giving him slack when he tried to talk certain way to him, because he, at his young age, that's the house he was in already when you came. Who are you to come and tell him anything? And he see you ain't doing nothing. Kids ain't stupid. He a young man, and if she was raising him right, he gonna most likely say so because the way you talking to his grandma. Now, reason why I keep bringing up the disconnection between him and the boy, watch this. Look.
And the search continues for a 15-year-old reported missing after his grandmother was killed.
Her boyfriend, Herman Hollins, is now behind bars. WREG's Quimitra Wilborn spoke to a woman who knows the couple.
He talks to me every day about that baby. Some of it ain't about her, about the baby.
People living on Glenbrook Road in Westwood are still coming to terms with the tragic death of their neighbor, Anaria Turman.
She was a nice neighbor, one of the nicest neighbors that you can have.
Memphis police say Turman's body was found in a wooded area at Silas and Ayers last Thursday. An autopsy revealed she was shot in the back of the head. According to court documents, family members told police Turman lived at this house with her boyfriend, 41-year-old hermanhollis-brown. It was also discovered she had full custody of her 15-year-old grandson, Syquavius Hoyt. This woman didn't want to be identified, but says she spoke to Brown nearly every day and claims he frequently complained about the 15-year-old.
I don't know why, but he could not stand. He talked to me every day about that grandbaby. Not emptying the garbage, not making his bed, not cleaning his room and all that. He talked to me all the time, every day about that.
When police went to the home, they discovered blood smears on the wall. Her grandson, who also lived in the house, was nowhere to be found. Police say the 15-year-old was last seen the day before his grandmother's body was found. While awaiting for a search warrant, police say Brown drove by in Turman's car. Reports say officers stopped the vehicle and noticed blood streaks coming from the trunk. Brown was immediately placed in custody. Court documents say he then told his family members who were nearby, "I'm going to be gone for a while." This woman says Turman would often tell her that things seemed off in their relationship.
That lady 70-something years old. And she used to talk to me, the Herman gone. I don't know where Herman at, but he won't say nothing to me.
Inside the home was a gruesome, bloody scene. MPD says officers found a metal fragment from a bullet projectile next to a pool of blood in the bedroom. Turman has since been charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse. Reporting in Westwood.
Oh, see that? See it? Told you. He had a problem with that boy. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't run that BS on the boy like he ran on the grandma. The grandma was desperate because she wanted to have a man in the house, and he did provide whatever he was providing for her in the terms of whatever she wanted him to do, what little it was. I guess it was a trade-off between her taking care of the stuff that she would have to take care of anyway if he wasn't there. Now, at this woman's age, I can't blame her for wanting somebody. Everybody deserves somebody. But, ma'am, if you seen this dude was disrespectful to this child, he should have been the fuck out of there. And you, Mr. Hollis-Brown, you a bitch. How you got a problem with a teenager when you could have left? Did you hear this shit? Ain't this a bitch? He always talking about the boy, about being responsible, taking out the trash and all this. Did you talk to your own self about having your own shit so you can go over there and not deal with that? Y'all see the game? People are hypocritical. These man-childs is out of control. They are. I told you, they'll move in your house and act like they the man, like they built that shit. You ain't the king of the castle. What did I tell you? You can only be the queen's husband. That's all you are. You have no say there. You went into that shit. You didn't see that coming at 41 years old? You ain't got common sense? Hey, I can't live here. I can't get along with the kid. Let me leave out of here before I get locked up or before I kill him. We all think like that. I done dated women and didn't get along with their children. I was like, you know what? This is not going to work because I'm not going to let a child run me, or I'm not going to put myself in a position where I stoop down to the level where I have to argue with a kid. That's common sense. That shows you this guy right here is an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. You beef with a child? Then if you look at him in court, he's sitting up there with the mask down here. He need a bag over his face because he looks fucked up. What jury or anything when you go in court is going to take your side when you sitting up there looking like a fucking chihuahua with mange? For real. He need to get mollywopped right now. Blood smears in the house. And I'm going to tell you, her body was found on August 17th. 71 years old, shot in the head in a damn lot. He killed her in the house, put her in the trunk of his car, drove her to a lot in the dark, dragged the body, and left her there for somebody to find her. And a family member found her, guys. Found her. You left this woman in a messed up position with the back of her head blown out for a family member to find, y'all. A family member. Something you can't unsee. They can't do nothing to him because he's in custody now. Pay attention. She went missing August 17th. Right? But they found her August 17th. She was missing 4 days. He started missing August 18th. A day after she was found. So what does that tell you? He got her out the way so he could handle that boy. I'm interested to see the cause of death, because they didn't say the cause of death. But I'm interested to see. I guarantee you, he put that boy through it. He had to get her out the way before he got that boy. And then look how he got caught, guys. This is a grade A dumbass. Somebody called, said she was missing. Police over there searching, waiting for a warrant to search the house because they can't go in the house because they find blood smears on the wall and all that stuff. Before they go in the house, he come down the damn street. They catch him. Hey, you, stop. There you go, right there, stop. He got blood smears on the back of the truck, like something was in the trunk and he pulled it out bleeding. How stupid are you? You couldn't even clean up the crime scene right. For that right there, you need your face in a vice. Stupid. You came into two people's lives that were happy before you got there, turned it upside down because you couldn't take control, because you ain't no man. Little boy seen it. And the grandmom took his side because that's her blood. You an outsider. You ain't proving your worth for her to take your side, because it all comes down to respect, and nobody in a fucking house respects you because you didn't know how to earn it. You just wanted it. All of a sudden, just respect me. I got a dick and balls. I'm in here. I'm the oldest. Respect me. I'm more than him. You tried to come in there and move. Don't work like that. You put enough weight on anybody, the pressure is going to break. That woman was old, man. Just you being with her, you look crazy in public. Because people are going to be like, you see an older woman with a young guy? That make the guy look bad. Y'all agree or disagree? Oh, he using her. You know what I'm saying? You see an old man with a young girl? Oh, she using her. Him. Same shit. This is messed up. Out of the kindness of her heart, she thought she could do something for him. And he turned on her. I mean, where we go from here? Ladies, I keep telling you, leave these stray dogs in the street. I don't give a fuck if they got all kind of game or they coming and you think they a nice guy. They out there for a reason. Figure that reason out and then leave them there. Because a lot of times it don't align with what you got. Now, I don't know if this woman was married and had a husband, or she in her 70s. So the way the family structure was back then is different. She probably had a husband that died or something. I don't know. And she built that empire, that house and everything, small as it was still hers. And she built it with somebody, or it was left to her. She tried to bring him in and he tried to take it over. Learn from this. Learn from this. You're going to see a lot of this in the future because a lot of young kids now act like him. Act like him. You seeing it. Throw a tantrum when they don't get their way. Don't know what a man is, so they just make up this own concoction of what they see on movies and TV and what they hear in music, and all of a sudden, this is what they think they're going to do. And don't have a fucking clue or know their head from a hole in the ground. It's dangerous out there. Y'all be careful. May Sequavius Hoyt and Neria Thurman rest in peace. This is sad that we do each other like this. He should be ashamed of himself. But he don't know what shame is. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Take care.